This conference will now be recorded.
A very good evening to everyone present for today's session. Yes, hope I'm audible to all of you. Yes, okay, thank you. Right, so the last class we had learned how to uh, record a TDS entry in the Tally software. Yes, so also we had put up the entries regarding the TDS. Is there a clarity for all of you regarding the TDS entries? Or do you have any doubts, or you are unable to understand any part of it? You can just let me know. Before I proceed to the TDS Chalan, which is the last bit of it, and then I'll be able to discuss the other things. So I hope everybody is clear about the TDS entries. Okay, so we have the last bit of the TDS, which we have to work for today. So hope all of you have logged into your TallyPrime software. Please open your company books of accounts. Okay, so yeah, I've already logged in. Yes. Now, in the previous class, we had learned how to put up how to record a TDS entry, marking the rent payable to Lotus Towers, right? So later on, we passed a payment entry marking the rent paid net TDS deduction. And now we have to remit the TDS amount to the government by the end of the year, as I've told you. We have to remit the TDS amount. So, how do we go about it? Okay, so for that, again, we have to go to the payment voucher. So, currently, I'm in the gateway of Tally screen. I go to the vouchers, okay, and here I exhibit the same in the payment voucher. But before that, let me show you where we can check the TDS amount outstanding. Okay, so we can go to the display more reports from gateway of Tally. Go to the display more reports, press enter. There you have the statutory reports, and there you have the TDS reports. Okay, and there I'll discuss about 26Q and 27Q later. You can see there TDS outstandings is there. Okay, so if you press enter on TDS outstandings, you'll get what is a net amount payable, remittable to the government. So 28,000 is the amount what is payable. So if you can observe that the total pending amount is 28. So this amount itself will has to appear when we are putting up a payment voucher, marking the payment of tax to the government. Okay, so let's start. So I'll press the escape key and come back to Gateway of Tally screen. Yeah. I'll go to vouchers. Okay, so now we cannot pass the payment voucher in the usual way when we talk about the payment of TDS to the government. So we have to use a functional key, shortcut key, that is nothing but we have Alt J. If you can observe here, we have Alt J, nothing but called as stat adjustment. Stat in the sense statutory adjustment. So Alt J stat adjustment. If you observe here, the vertical button bar here towards the right hand side of your screen, you have stat adjustment. I hope you are able to locate it. Yes, towards the right hand side you have uh, Alt J stat adjustment. Just click on that. Yes. So here you can see you have so many natures of payments: advance payment, payment and reverse charge. So press the escape key, and now you have to go to Control F, which is autofill option. So I'll repeat again. One is stat adjustment, where we see the nature of payments. Okay, so if you go to Alt J, see here you will see everything for GST it has been given here. This is one of the statutory keys, Alt J. Now for TDS, where we have to remit the TDS payment to the government, to the department, here in this case we have to use the autofill option. Autofill option, if you can observe here, I'm showing here that it is Control F. So Control F is a shortcut key for autofill option through which we have to record the payment entry of TDS amount to the government by the end of the financial year. Okay, for whom it is not clear, let me repeat again. Control F autofill option is used to record the payment of TDS entry by the end of the financial year to the government. So Control F, just press Control F, you get the stat payment. Stat, as I've told you, it is a statutory payment. Press enter. Tax type is TDS. Yeah. And see, if you are using the licensed version, the usual version, it will be for usually the financial year, that is 1st of April to 31st of March. But since here we are using the trial version, you have to be a bit careful. So this has to appear automatically. Now the period from will be automatically put up as 1st of March to 31st of March, considering the entry, and deducted till date means it will show 2nd of April. So as I've told you, it will only reflect 3 dates. One is 1st of March, 31st of March, and one was 2nd of April. 1st, 2nd, and 31st. Other than these 3 dates, you cannot see the entries in any other, or you cannot pass the entries in on any other date. So don't disturb these dates when you're remitting the TDS payment. Just press enter to step down. You come to the section. Now, section should be highlighted automatically as 194 item. If it is not highlighted, in case if you're unable to see the section, here you can change it to 1st of April to 2nd of April. Okay, this is what I was talking of. You can change to 1st of April to 2nd of April. Okay, still it will appear. In case if March is not appearing, you can make changes to April. Okay, so like that. So section should be 194, right? Just press enter. It will show what nature of payment is the TDS is being calculated. Rent paid for land, building, and furniture. So press enter. Deductee status is all items. Residential status, you are marking the payment for a resident or for a non-resident. If it is for a resident, select resident. If it is for a non-resident, select a non-resident. So here I'll mark it as a resident. Next, cash or bank. How are we remitting TDS payment to the government? So I'm remitting TDS payment through Axis Bank. Like this, you should be able to get. and just leave it for 1 minute so that you can just look over how it comes up. And coming to your exams, I had questions whether it is theory, whether it is practical. See, it is theory come practical oriented exams. So it is not like you can mark up tally and you can put up the exams. Practically, how fine you have worked out, you have understood the tally from the first session till the last session. That makes a lot of difference when you're attempting your exams, because in tally, I know just going through the theoretical part or just doing it once will not work. So make sure whatever practically you have done, okay, that clarity if you have, obviously exams are going to be very easier for you. You can attempt it in a smoother way, so it's not like either theory or practical. So it has the practical flavor, okay, of putting up the exams and in the tally software, and exams in your of course for your tally, and it is all online. I think all the guidelines instructions have been given to you so far, so make sure you give your exams on time, don't miss it, and don't worry about the date of birth. I think the message has already reached you, nothing to worry about the DOB. Yes. So like this, if you get press enter, see. Now I never took up 28,000 as the value. It will automatically take, because there is a realization that 28,000 is the net amount payable to the government, the TDS. So just press enter, check. See, automatically take the check number as 4. B TDS amount for the financial year. Just make it as 23 and 24, even though we have not marked an end for the same. For the financial year, I've remitted to the government. Yes. Accept, yes. You can just look through the entry and you can pass the same now. In case if you're having doubts, let me know. Okay, accept, yes. Now don't go to the print of review. Okay. So now once you're done with the payment entry, you can go to the day and go to the payment voucher which we have done, yeah, past just now. So it will be put up as TDS on rental expenses. press enter and reopen the entry. Okay, once you press, I mean, reopen it, you just press. How did you print an invoice? If you remember on sales voucher, the same way. Alt P. So just press Alt P, press enter on current and go to preview. Just go to preview. Yes. So this is only the tax challan. To zoom, it is zoom button, it's a zoom tab, or it is Alt Z. Anything you can do. Anything you can do. This one is the TDS tax challan, which is ITNS 281 challan. ITNS stands for Income Tax Network System. Okay. Yeah. So what does ITNS stands for? Income Tax Network System. Okay. So the TDS tax challan. Yes, which you're seeing here. Yes. So where you can see the challan which has been put up on filing of the on payment of TDS amount. And if you see above, you have assessment year 2024 and 25. The previous year is 23 and 24. Assessment year is 24 and 25. You have the TAN number here of the company which we had given at what time at the point of activation of TDS, and filling up the details of the company there. Then the full name of the company, the address of the company, the contact number, the PIN code, everything. And see here the code appears. Payment code and details of the payment. How much we are remitting the amount TDS. See here. So this we can take a print and we can we can keep it for the record. Okay, so this is how the TDS tax return gets generated in the Tally software. Okay, so what is the name of the TDS tax challan? It is ITNS 281 challan. If you observe on the left hand side, it is ITNS 281 challan. Okay, so press the. I hope all of you have got this. Anyone who is unable to get, see, regarding the timing and the marks will get updated automatically. Nothing to worry about it. Just be prepared for the exam. What timing you can just that information will be passed on to you, or you can raise the same question in the WhatsApp group also. Okay, the reply will be given to you. What time is it and for how many marks is it? So you can raise the same question in the WhatsApp group. So not only you both, but it will be in general, the information will be passed on to everybody. Yes, Sakshi, what is a TDS transaction? What would you want me to repeat? Sakshi Pandey,
Ma'am, there was a network issue, so I couldn't get the last transaction which you have done.
the payment voucher for TDS.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope I'm clear, right, Rida and Shruti, with the questions which you had asked?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's it. Whatever is the
Yes, ma'am.
queries, put up in the group. Okay, everything will be answered for you. I don't know date of birth, there is no issue. I hope you have got the reply for the same. Date of birth is not a problem, nothing to worry about it. Okay. So regarding the other questions, what doubts you have, you can just. This is the only exam for Tally. Why will you have a couple of exams here? Only one exam you have.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
nothing like you're
Actually, we
having
are
a.
having CIA from Monday, no, ma'am.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
just
got to
had.
know. I got to know. Yeah, that's why I know your schedules have been rearranged. So actually, we had to set it up next week, your tally sessions. But since you had your last week, you had your fest, and from this coming Monday onwards, you have your exams. That's why we had to reschedule your timings, and we have to end up and had to end up the sessions today, so that tomorrow you can take up the exams. So for that purpose, no, there's only one exam here. They're not like couple of exams.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Um, yes, yes, yes. So Sakshi, this is for you. I'll be repeating the payment entry. Yeah. Yeah. The ones who others who have not got also you can follow up the same. I'll be repeating it again. See, yesterday we had put up the payment entry settling the amount payable to notice towers, right? So 2,80,000 we have to pay rent. Since it was subject to TDS at the rate of 10%, we deducted 28,000 TDS. The remaining amount we paid to the notice towers by passing a payment voucher. Now 28,000 what TDS amount we deducted, we have to remit the TDS amount to the government. We have to pay the tax and file returns, right? So that how will be put up in the tally software. So how do you see that TDS outstandings? Where can you watch them? You have to go back to the gateway of tally and there go to display mode reports. Over there you have statutory reports, TDS, GST, all these reports will come under statutory reports. So you press enter on statutory reports, you get both, which is GST as well as TDS. Press enter on TDS, and then if you observe here you have the TDS outstandings. Okay, so just press enter on TDS outstandings. You see that 28,000 is the amount to be remitted to the government. We have passed one. Suppose if you have passed a couple of entries, it will show the net amount of TDS remittable to the government. Okay, so here we have watched, we have got the amount that this much is the total amount which is payable to the government. Now I'll press the escape key and come back to the API of Tally screen. And now we will go to vouchers and go for the payable voucher. So here, in the traditional way, we can't put up the entry that is debit. What do you say? TDS outstanding payment credit to the cash or bank. No. Here we have to use a key, a shortcut key, Control F. Is appearing on the right hand side of your screen. It is called as the autofill option. What is this autofill option is that here this is a pathway for making the statutory payments in Tally software. Control F autofill option. So if you press Control F, see I've shown you here autofill option. So you go to this autofill screen and it will show type of autofill as stat. Stat means statutory payment, tax payment. So just press enter. You'll step down. It will show what is the tax type. I will select as TDS. Yes, and it will show the period from 1st of March to 31st of March. Okay. Now, I will not disturb this period. It is automatically taken by Tally software in the trial version. Suppose if I'm using the licensed version, obviously I have to give the financial period itself, 1st of April to 31st of March. Otherwise, if it is quarterly, then quarter period I have to give. Now, this one, since I'm using a trial version, I need not disturb the period. We will leave it as it is. So just press enter, enter, deducted till date will automatically 2nd of April, because already I've discussed with you in the initial sessions that apart from 3 dates, you don't find any other date displayed in Tally. Which are those dates? It is 1st, 2nd, and 31st of any month. We don't find 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 9th, 10th, nothing of that sort. So now deducted till date will appear as 2nd of April. Now press enter. Yeah, you come to the section. So section should be displayed automatically. If it is not coming in case, then what you're going to do is go back to by using the backspace, go back to the period and just change it to 1st of April to 2nd of April. Then it should automatically come. You are not supposed to type the section. If you're typing means something has gone wrong. So section should appear automatically in the list of sections. Just press enter. Okay, then go to the nature of payment. It will ultimately show that for what nature are we repeating the TDS amount. Rent paid for land, building, and furniture. Just press enter. Deductee status. Now, what kind of a deductee? Is it a company or is it a non-company? Suppose if it not that are not given as all items, otherwise because non-company we have not passed. Suppose if only company oriented, you have to specifically mark means you can also put up as company. Residential status, obviously, it is a resident. It is not a non-resident we have passed. And through which bank are we debiting the TDS payment? It is through Axis Bank. Okay, you can choose Axis Bank, which we have created for the banking process. Otherwise, the other company bank we can choose where there is a sufficient bank balance through which we can debit the TDS amount to the account. Okay, so this you have to get. So I'll select the bag. Moment I select the bag, it will go to the main voucher screen. Yes. So automatically it will take 28,000 here. Okay, so I'll press enter. Yes, check. So it will show me like this. Check number 5. So put up the narration as being TDS amount for the financial year remitted to the account. Okay, type the narration and pass the entry. Hope it's clear, Sakshi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And text. So once you're done, it will come the print option. You can just press the escape key. So you can go to the daybook. From Gateway of Tally, go to the daybook and go to the payment voucher which you have put up just now. It will put up as TDS or rental expenses. So press enter and press Alt P. It will show as current. Press enter. Now go to the print and to zoom or to Z. And here you can view the TDS check. Just scroll. Yeah. So hope it's clear for all of you. So now I will press the escape key. Yeah. So this is how we end the TDS concept. Yeah. Data controls, the security features in Tally software, data management, and security control features, discussing about reports, different types of financial statements, and how can you encrypt your company data with a password. A very interesting one. So first I'll teach you that how to encrypt your company data with a password. Okay, and to be frank, you The password is not the usual case like the others. So it is very critical in this case. So what is the peculiarity, the critical part of it? I will let you know. So if you want, you can take a break of 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'll get back. Okay, so we can just continuously do it, and we can end up the sessions. Okay. Yes. So coming back after a small break, right? So we have come to the end of the TDS, as I've told you. Now we're discussing about the Tally Vault password, which is a security control feature in Tally. Okay. So let me go back to the Tally software. Yes. So now the company for which we have created, we can give a password, assign a password for the same. So what happens when we assign a password for the same? It will increase the security level of the company's data. Okay, so once it is encrypted with the password, it will secure the company data. So how do we do that in the Tally software? But before I teach you that, let me make few things clear with you. Now, once the password is given, you have to reopen the company every time with a password. Without a password, you cannot reopen your company. First point. Second point is, suppose if you forget your password, not like a courteous question is asked. Forgot password, need any help? No. If you forgot your password, it is a gone case in the Tally software. So this is a very, very difficult way to get your company data back. So make sure what password you're giving, I wrote it down, you remember it well, right? The second part, third point is, see, password is case sensitive. So if I've given the password in the capital, putting my caps lock on, I would have observed it. I remember the password, but I'm trying to give it, it's not taking. So make sure if your caps lock is on or off while you're putting up the password for your company. Point number four, once you give password to your company, you have to be really careful, and because now the for the company which you have created, I would have told you in the initial sessions that there is a company number assigned to it. Now for my company, if I press country, that's nothing but shut company, can you see my company number is 1 followed by 4 zeros and 1 7 and 9. Yes. So 1 followed by 4 zeros and 7. So there is a company number assigned for my company. Now, how do I create a password? I hope all of you are ready for the same. So let's see how can we create password for the company which we have created. So what is the first step? Press Alt K. Alt K is the company tab in your horizontal button bar, the company tab here. Alt K. Yes, one moment you press Alt K. Can you see at the bottom you have Tally Vault there? Press enter on Tally Vault. So Tally Vault password encrypts. If you can see the instructions given above, Tally Vault password encrypts your company data. If you forget your Tally Vault password, you will permanently lose access to your company data. So I'll read it again for you. Tally Vault password encrypts company data. If you forget your Tally Vault password, you will permanently lose access to your company data. It's gone forever. It is not like, okay, fine, I'm using a trial version, it's fine. Probably when I purchase the software, I get all the rights to it. The treatment is the same if either you have the licensed version or the trial version, because as a fact, out of 100 cases, luckily they have recovered 100 cases. Luckily. Otherwise, there is no recovery for the same. So you have to be a little careful when you're giving the password for your company. Okay? Company name is press enter and give the password. And it is not, there's a restriction that you have to give 8 digits, 16 digits. It is not like that. It is even 1, 2, 3 also. So type the password again, read the password. Once you type the password, press enter. You get access. Okay. So what instruction will it give you? This will close all the open reports, vouchers, masters without saving changes you might have made. Are you sure you want to set the tally word password? And for this question, you have to press enter saying that yes. And I'll ask you one more question. Do you want to create a copy of the company? I say no. Do you want to create a copy of a duplicate copy of your company? So make it as no. That's it. So now you see, right? Immediately tell you what password. 1, 2, 3. Yes. This is how you log in. So how do you locate your company? Before that, let me ensure that all of you are able to create a tally one password. Anyone who's unable to create it, please let me know. And once you create a password, make sure you remember it, you wrote it down somewhere so that your data is safe. If you forget your password and I told you password, so I hope that for everybody the password creation of password is very much done. Okay, so make for further steps. So once we give the password, of course I'm back to gateway of tally screen. Now suppose if I have to close the company, what is the functional key I use? I use Control F3. Control F3 is used to shut the company. This one. What is the key? Control F3. So the moment I press Control F3, I'll go to the shut company option. So you just go for all once again. Yes, this is the one. So now I will close the company. So can you see anywhere NICT is there? No, it is not there. So where did the NICT company go? Anyone has an idea about it? I don't find NICT anywhere which I've created for your batch. According to you, where is my company? Can I have the answer for the same? Yes, yes. Can I have the response? Now nowhere is my company name displayed as an ICT. So where would my company be? I'm having the other companies which have been put up here. So my company here, 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 here. Yes. This is how your company will be displayed. Don't even have the name displayed there. So you should be very careful. I've told you to capture the company number. Yes. So I've told you a little 2 minutes back that my company number is 1 followed by 4 zeros and 7. If you forget the company number, again it is a gone case. I remember the password, but I don't remember the company number. Again, your company data is gone. I remember the company number, but I forgotten the password. Again, it is a gone case. So to be careful in both the ways. Okay, so now if I press enter, I have to log in with the password. This is how you can create a tally word password for your company data. So one thing keep in mind, that this password creation, it is done to raise the security level of the company data. Of course, there are people who misuse it, okay, but make sure it should not be misused. The only purpose is to secure the company data so that others are not into the malfunctioning of this data, okay, they don't manipulate the values which is being put up with the Tally software. So, this is how we can create the Tally wall password. Hope this concept is clear. Can you confirm from your side, or do you have any doubts? Let me know. Yes. So I got only one confirmation. What about the others? Are you clear with the creation of Tally Wall password? That's good. Okay. So now let me discuss each and every report in detail for you. Right. So before I discuss the reports, I again want to ensure that so many concepts what I've discussed, which I've gone through for you. Okay. Hope it is clear. Suppose if any concept, because this is the day for you, any concept which you are unable to understand, it could be any old new concept. I'm not specifically mentioned this is a concept which you should be not know. You have to ask me. So feel free. Any doubts you're having regarding any of the concepts in the Tally software from the first till the last session, you can be open towards that. You can get your clarification done before I begin with the reports. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. In case if you have any doubts, please let me know, because today it is your last session and tomorrow, as I've told, you'll be having your exams. So tomorrow I can't sit and resolve your doubts. So tomorrow you have to do your exams. So apart from the examination doubts, as I told, you can put up in the WhatsApp group, right? It will be replied to you. Okay, so in Tally, in case if you have any doubts, you can ask me, you can unmute yourself, or you can put up in the chat box. So I'll give you 2 minutes time. Make sure you can be ready and you can ask your doubts. In case if no means, then I'll proceed with the reports. We'll not ask this question again. So make sure that in case if you have any issues regarding any of the concepts, let me know now itself. So, is everything clear for all of you? So then I shall proceed with the reports. Okay, so when I come to the reports, yes. Okay, so now I've already shown you the chart of accounts where you can look through the ledgers. Just press enter on the ledgers. See under the various groups existing, you have your ledgers which are being highlighted. Okay, so here you can view the ledgers. Next, coming to the daybook. Now from the gateway of Tally, press enter on daybook. And here you have couple of vouchers, right? You have contra voucher, payment voucher, receipt journal, credit note, debit note, sales, purchase, physical stock, and stock journal vouchers. Now let's say I want to view only the sales vouchers. I don't want to view the rest of the vouchers. So how can I filter them and I can view them? I will just press F4. If I press F4, I can filter the voucher type which I need to view. Okay. So, so if you can observe here F4 voucher type, so just click on that. You get the list of voucher types. So suppose if I want to view only sales means I'll press enter on sales. Yes, so I can view all the sales vouchers. So if you can observe here, you can view only the sales vouchers. So if you press Alt F1, you get the breakup and detail. All this I have told you in the beginning, but still I'm repeating it for you. Okay, so I'll go to the daybook and I'll press F4. Voucher type. I want to view only the contra vouchers means or contra vouchers overall. Okay, that is how you can filter your voucher types. Now when it comes to the, yeah, banking, I've already shown you all the reports, right? So if I come to the what do you say, the main reports, balance sheet, profit and loss statement. I told you in the initial stages that we don't prepare any financial statements using the Tally software. Rather, we get these statements generated automatically. Okay. So here you have balance sheet, profit and loss account, stock summary, ratio analysis. Okay, so if I press enter on the balance sheet, see, I get my balance sheet automatically generated. Okay, and if I have to have a detailed breakup of the same, I can press Alt F1. Yes. So I get my details completely done here. So this is a horizontal balance sheet. You can also see a vertical balance sheet. Okay. How? If you just press Control H. Okay. If you press Control H, you can see a vertical balance sheet. So just press vertical here. We usually prepare a vertical balance sheet, right? In most of the cases. So you get sources and application of funds. Okay. So this is how it appears. I'll repeat again. You come to the balance sheet, press enter. Okay, press Control H. You get horizontal. Usually by default in the Tally software, you have a horizontal balance sheet, but you can also see a vertical balance sheet. How this? You have to press Control H. You press enter on vertical, it will be put up here. So just press Alt F1 for your detailed breakup of your balance sheet. Okay, so here, what is this I'm doing? I'm just applying filters here. What is the concept of filters? A wonderful option which has been released in the version 4 of Tally. Applying filters. Now, how do you apply filters? You have to look up in detail any data, any information where we apply filters. Okay, how we apply filters for your MS Office, for any kind of a search option. The same way, even in Tally also we have the filter option. So, what is the key for the filter option is it is Control F. So, if you observe here on the vertical button bar, you have there apply filter. Okay, so apply filter you have. So if you press Control F, you have the basic filter. Okay, so apply filter for water. What you want to find out, what you want to see. Apply filter on group or lecture. Suppose I want to look for creditors. So if I just put up as creditors, it will give me the filter. Yes, creditors I have to put, sorry. So Control F. So with that I can put up the sundry. So like this, any filter if I want to watch, I have to get I can give you. See here if it comes up. So again, I'll show you one more. Suppose if I want to have any capital funds. Yes, it will show me the capitals here. Shams and Vinod's capital like that. We can apply the filters and we can have this, what you say, an advanced search option I can say. And the function key is Control and F. Control F together. Okay, and this filter option is applicable everywhere. Okay, for every financial statement. Yeah. Now, below balance sheet, you have profit and loss account. Just press enter on profit and loss statement. So here you have your profit and loss statement which is being put up. So the same thing, you can just press Alt F1 to get detailed view of your financial profit and loss statement. So if I press Alt F1, so I hope it's clear. For this also you can have the vertical option, Control H. So you get your vertical profit and loss statement. And for this also you can apply filters, Control H. So under any group, if you want to check up the ledgers, you can go for it. Example, suppose if I take rent means, see pertaining to that you get the statements done. Okay, so like that, if you can apply filters, it will be good. Apply filter option. So I have a group, or if you have to have any apply filter on vouchers. So here you can carry on. Vouchers also can put up with the day book as well. So the day book also have shown you F4 voucher type. So here also apply filter on look for contra. So you have the contra vouchers here. So how many vouchers? So if you press enter, it will give you the entry. So either you can use F4 voucher type or you can apply the filter option here. Okay. So what you're going to do is now then after profit and loss statement you can go to the stock summary. Stock summary is a summary containing the details of the stock items, the quantity, the rate, and the closing value. What is the net closing stock available? What is the rate? And what is the value? Okay. Okay. So if I use Alt F1, so here I've shown you earlier also. So where you can get the detailed stock summary. So again, if you press Control H, you get stock item wise a summary report. That was a group wide. This is a stock item wise. So again, if I press Control X, you also get it as monthly summary. But every month, yes, whatever the inwards and the outwards is there, the closing value is there, you'll be able to get it. This is the ratio analysis report. So here you cannot use the Alt F1 option. So you can see here the various ratios which have been put up, the working capital ratio, cash in hand, bank account you have. So if you just press enter on the same, so you get complete breakup. So ratio analysis report is maximum or mainly used by a financial analyst when he compares the company's financial position with the in respect of the current year with the other previous financial years, or let's say if it is a brand, I mean if it is a I mean the company is belonging to one particular sector, okay, or belongs to an industry, he tries to compare it with the other companies belonging to the same industry as well. So how is the performance? Okay, whether it is a consistent, whether the performance has got a high grossing performance or it is a low one. So so usually less an accountant but more a financial analyst will use this ratio analysis report. Okay, so here you have got the complete report of it. See who are all the debtors. Okay, yes, the creditors, to whom we have to clear the payments. Full this the complete summary you get. So just keep on pressing enter, you get a complete breakup of the same. How it has been calculated also will be shown here. See here you go to working capital turnover ratio and how it is calculated. How do you get the ratio there? It will be shown. Okay, so if you come towards the right hand side, you get the current ratio. It is normal for us, right? The current assets is to current liabilities. The quick ratio is what? Current assets minus, yes. So current assets minus stock divided by current liabilities. Next is you have the debt equity ratio. Yes. So like this, you get all the ratios which has been put up here for our benefit. Yes, debtors turnover ratio, return on the investment, return on working capital. Okay, that is the ratio analysis report. Next we have is the display more reports. This gives a complete list of the reports. Okay, so first we have is the trial balance. So what is the trial balance? It shows the debit and the credit balances of all the ledgers. So you can just look up the trial balance. Okay. The day already have shown you cash flow statement. So monthly it will show you. So if you press Alt F1, so you get the total inflows and the outflows. So the fund flow statement where you have the sources and the application records. Accounts books. So here you have the cash or bank book. Okay. So just press enter. Yes, here you have the cash and bank summary which is being displayed. Then you have the ledger. Yes, ledger wise also you get a clarity. What is the closing balance of any party? If you want to see that, you can see the ledgers. Suppose if it is cash, so what is the net closing balance of cash? More, the receipts minus the payments, you get the net figure here. So ledger wise, you can get the summary. What is the group summary? Group wise, suppose if I select bank account means so it will give you the bank summary. Suppose if I go to capital account, I get a capital summary. Okay. So then the group vouchers. So with regard to the bank, what all vouchers we have passed so far? Contra voucher, payment voucher, receipt voucher. Of course, as I told you, journal voucher is a non-cash, non-bank base. So there's no question of putting up journal vouchers. You only see these vouchers, contra payment and receipt. So, so if I select any group, it will show the vouchers which are passed under that. Suppose if I take creditors, this is the way it will show. So I'll show what is the closing balance of our creditors. Okay, net balance. This was a group vouchers. Coming to the contra register, payment register, receipt register, sales, purchase. If you can define it the other way, they are nothing but your subsidiary books, special journals, your like your cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales returns book, right? That is what you're seeing. Okay. So see, you will find contra, that is nothing but contra payment receipt, all come under your cash book case. Then you have your purchase book, you have your sales book, okay, you have your debit note, you have your credit note, your purchase returns and sales returns. And for journal also you have journal proper, journal register. Okay, so here you have, so just press enter on the contra register. So this is how you have it. Okay, so if you press Alt F1, yes, payment register, receipt register. So for everything you have the clarity here. What's your clarification? Suppose if there's any like variations in the reports or any issues there, you'll get the case. But this clarity, you'll find it only, or this role comes into picture when there is auditing going on. Okay, in that case, where we have the verification of vouchers. So, in case if any variations are there, the reports will be put up here where the clarification is required. Third party oriented entries, and in any case of foreign exchange, you get the report which is being put up here. Next is after account books, you have the statement of accounts. So here you get under statement of accounts, you have got the outstandings. So if you press enter on the outstandings, you have the receivables and payments. So from whom all we have to receive the payments, the complete list is here. Okay, so we have to receive from, I mean, this is actually bills receivable. Yeah, from Archana Traders, from Kelvin, Ketan, Kishore, Robin, Tarun, Vishwas, Zenith. Okay, if I talk about the bills payable from to whom all we have to pay, you get the payables here. Okay, so this is how it will be put up. Now, suppose let's say we are receiving from one of the parties. Let's say I'll go back to the receivables report. Let's say I received the payment from Robin Electronics 2,24,200 in case. So, how would I record this? What is that EPR concept, Sakshi?
Ma'am, I have just heard from someone that EPR concept comes in Tally Prime. So I'm not sure it's from Tally or from outside.
What is a EPR abbreviated? Word? What
Earning
basically is
per
it?
rate,
Earning per?
per rate, ma'am.
No, that is nothing but a part of your reassurance is good. Nothing to break your head for. Earning per, okay, okay. Earning per EPS, right? Earnings per share. Earning per rate. No, that doesn't count. Okay, so here, suppose let's say Robin Electronics has cleared the payment for us. He has paid 2,24,200. So how do I crack? How do I clear the payment? I'll show you. What we have to do is we have to go to the ledger here. Go to the ledger, press enter on ledger, and go to Robin Electronics and press enter. Okay. So Robin Electronics and press enter. Now here, if you can observe on the right hand side, you have here settle bills option. See in the vertical button bar towards the right hand side, you have Alt B settle bills option. So if you press Alt B, you get the bill settlement screen. So here, ultimately take it to the receipt voucher, press enter. Voucher status when you're recording the entry to for the receipt of the payment. Let's say yesterday you have received yesterday's date should come here, or today you have received the payment, today's date will come here. Okay, so press enter. So account to which bank you are crediting that amount. Now let's say I'm crediting to the Axis Bank and narration being payment received from Robin Electronics. Being payment realized from Robin Electronics. Okay, so being payment realized from Robin Electronics. Accept yes. So it will automatically convert it to the receipt. Okay. This is the check details of Robin. If he's making a check payment of 2,24,000, is the check number of his banks. Okay. Value as first of April. Bank name, suppose if he's giving a, what do you say, a Kotak Mahindra bank check. See. So like this, you can use this bill settlement option in Tally. So what happens? Whatever the amount is pending from Robin, it will get nullified because it's cleared the payment. Sorry. So group wise, also we can see the letters you have. So like this, you get a complete statement as well as of the creditors. To whom all we have to clear the bills. Okay. Next, of course, regarding the cost centers and cost categories we have created, we have got the category summary. See, we had created two, right? Jayanagar and JP Nagar had created under Bangalore. Cost center wise breakup, it will give you everything. This is a ledger wise breakup, group wise breakup. And the statistics is a wonderful report which will give you the brief list of how many vouchers are being used so far, how many groups have been, like suppose if additional groups can be created, if they are created, how many ledgers so far are being created, cost categories, how many voucher types, how many units, currencies we have created. So if you just press enter on any one, it will have a complete breakup of the same. Yes, for the 28 groups. So how many ledgers we have created will be displayed on the respective groups. See how many units of measurements we have created, all that will be displayed here. Okay. Statistical report and current inventory books have already shown you stock item wise. We get a clarity month wise, the inwards and the outwards are the closing balances. So you just press enter, you get from whom all we have made a purchases to whom all we have made the sales. Okay. The complete summary of the same. Go down wise if you go, in which go down, which are all the stock items which have been put up. So we just press Alt F1. Okay, so you get a detailed breakup of this. Okay, so if I go to main location, I will see the data. So what is the current stock, what is available? Category wise also you get the summary. Under electronic devices what all come. So yes, so like this you get a complete breakup. And if you have put up any stock journal, now we have entered how many stock journal vouchers, we have only one. So if you press enter on that, it will show that in which month how many stock transfers have taken place. So it will show that Dell computers you have made a stock transfer. The same thing goes with the physical stock register, which will also be important. I've already shown you the stock query report, right? Which gives you complete details of the stock item. Okay. So again, the movement analysis, from where to where it has been moved, stock group analysis. The same thing. What is the inward and the outward movement? Okay, who are all the suppliers of the stock and to whom all the stocks have been sold on. Movement outward is sales, movement inward is purchases. Okay. So again, we have the group analysis, transfer, ledger wise also you have the data. Yes. So like this, you can sit patiently and you can just check up each and every report. So seeing all these reports, what thought comes in your mind? Now, practically, manually, can we prepare so many reports? No. See, one transaction can give these many multiple reports for us. And what is the stock aging analysis is? See, stock aging is mainly used for perishable consumable products. Aging is nothing but now after a couple of days or a couple of months or a couple of weeks, suppose that they're getting expired, the fresh stock, okay, not so fresh, little older stock, the older stock, it will be put up here. But this can be, this actually plays its role only when we're going for the licensed version, because there, the moment we're making every purchase, we record the date there. Then, okay, so that time this plays a crucial role. Also, we can change the aging period. Now, here it is given as 45 days, 45 to 90 days, and all that. Now, if you take the perishable goods like bakery products or any kinds of flowers, they all have short life, shelf life. We can also change the aging period. Here we have F6. So if we press enter on F6, we can change to 0 to 1 day, 1 to 3 days, 3 to 5 days, like that. Like that, we can make the changes if we require it. Okay, that is the aging analysis. And coming to cost estimation, in case if we are into the manufacturing activity for this, okay, that time it will show the cost estimation. Okay, suppose if we have not put up any manufacturing uh, process here, if it is there, you'll see. And of course, statutory reports have already been discussed with you. Exception reports, any kind of a negative ledger or negative stock is there. It will be put up here. It will be listed out here. So we have a negative stock, we have CGST, all these are liabilities which we have to clear it up. So all these will be put up here. Then negative stock, in case any deficient stock is there, it will be listed out here. Overdue payables, overdue receivables means if it is going out of, it is already, the due date has been crossed. Such ledgers will appear here, the receivables and the payables list. Okay, and analysis and verification plays a crucial role only when there is an auditing. Yeah, where the auditor verifies the statements voucher wise, ledger wise, stock item wise, okay, having the documents attached to the same. So where he is going to verify. So that time this plays a crucial role, the analysis and the voucher verification. How many net vouchers are being passed. Okay, so it's going to completely verify. And let me tell you openly, see, tally is also subject to manipulation. So an auditor, a chartered accountant will look through the tally software because my complete accounts is the tally software itself. But he will not only rely 100% on tally software, he will verify only with the support of the documents, invoices. So only with this documentary evidence he will verify all the reports, the vouchers, complete end of it. Otherwise, only relying on Tally is not going to do all it, right? So that is an open statement always made, right? So this is how we go for the reports under your Tally software. Yes, and coming to the most important part is your dashboard. Dashboard is a new inclusion in your Tally Prime in your phone release. So dashboard will give you the reports, practically put up in your system. See how beautifully it is being put up. You have your cash and bank summary report, you have your sales and purchase. The graphical output it will give you. Okay, so if you just scroll, you get the complete details here. Your stock details, cash and bank. So like this, it will give you all the reports which you want to see it up here. Okay, so like that it will show. If you click enter, see, you just check it out. Just press enter, you get the complete clarity here. And that is how your dashboard comes up. Okay, so I've shown you all. So yes, and the last bit of it. Now coming back to the daybook. Suppose in case now all the elements I have shown you. Suppose now if you delete anything, what is the key you use? It is Alt plus D for delete. Suppose if you have to cancel any voucher, it is not required, no more required. Okay, so you can press Alt X. So please look up to these keys. Already I've discussed, but since again I'll be adding up, you can use Alt X. Alt X I had not discussed with you. So if suppose if I don't want the first voucher, that is a 10,000 voucher, I'll select it and I'll press Alt X. The moment I press Alt X, it will cancel that particular voucher. So it will no more appear. And I can't even revoke that voucher. It is cancel forever. Okay, so like that I can go for it. Okay, yes. So this is the way we have discussed all the reports and how to print. I've shown you. Yes, all also of the F1 help option, the company tab, and everything, right? And coming to the backup and restore, you have is all to Y, okay, which is an exchange. So here is if you're using the licensed version, you can take up the backup of your data. So you can just press enter on the backup. So, like, where is your company existing? Okay, in which C drive, D drive. So you can just select it. Okay, and once you do it, you can just go to the end of list and accept it. Okay, so now I can't do it because I'm using the trial version. License version is possible. Okay, so because there you have all the permits. So you can just, I'm just showing you in brief, but you can take up the backup of the data in your pen drive, and in the other system you can transfer your files by going to the restore option. Here you have in the Alt Y, you have the restore option which is being. So where suppose where you have taken the backup in your pen drive, you have put it in the desktop or anywhere in any path. So you can here you have specify path and select from the drive. You can just enter the same, and from where your company is saved, there you can restore your company data. Okay, and I've always discussed about the go to option. Alt G. Alt G is a phenomenal key, a golden key, where irrespective of anywhere I'm in the Tally software, I want to immediately pass a voucher, alter a master, create a master, see any report, check out any statements, the status, the financial position. I can do it by using the Alt G, the go to option. Go to is a phenomenal option, okay, used to the Tally software. And this go-to option is put up in the Tally Prime. It was not there in the earlier versions of your Tally syllabus. It has been recently put up when it got upgraded to the Tally Prime software. An amazing one. I'll tell in only one line that irrespective of the current position I am in the Tally in the Tally software, I have to create a master, alter a master, create a voucher, alter a voucher, view any report, view any kind of a financial statement. I can do it instantly without going to the initial screen, that is the gateway of Tally screen. I can do it in the current position itself by using this Alt G. That is the go-to option. Okay. So here I end my classes for you. So in case if you have anything to tell, to ask me, you can do that. Otherwise, I'm bringing an end to your session. As I've told you, tomorrow be prepared for the exams. So far, whatever sessions have been done, just go through the same. Okay, and all the logins, how to log in and how to, through your phone, and in the system they have given you all the information. So make sure you do it to attempt your exams. So you can take up your exams. So all the best for all of you. Hope all of you do well. So hope this session was very informative, very knowledgeable for all of you. Okay. So if you have anything to tell, the last 2 minutes is for you. So you can just talk, unmute yourself. Maybe.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir. Rest with that.
ma'am, tomorrow for exam, ma'am, we'll be having
Yeah.
MCQ types or solving types, ma'am.
MCQ, MCQ.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
MCQ. Yes. I already told you, Navshan, timings and all will be put up in the group, at what time you can take up the session, examination. Yes. Okay. Fine. So I'll bring an end to the session. Thank you all for being a part of it. Hope the session was informative for all of you. So all the best for your exams and for your future endeavors. Thank you all.